Hi, good afternoon everyone. Greetings from Algoma University. So today I'm live on Facebook page of Allied IELTS Immigration Services. And it was a great pleasure for us, go live on Facebook today. And we're going to talk more about the situation in Canada and a lot of things we have. That's what we're going to talk about in Algoma University. So I really appreciate to all the viewers and students who've been waiting for us to see us live on Facebook today. So I think we need to wait for couple of more minutes and then we can start the session quickly. So I know this COVID crisis being really negative. A lot of things are happening, people losing their jobs, and people are being negative due to this COVID crisis. But I know it might be going to take a long time. Situation might be takes a lot of time, maybe next couple of more months or so, but we only can advise to all the viewers, especially the students and parents, that you have to take care of yourself, to not go out because it's still risky, and there's no vaccine has been implemented for this COVID disease. But especially in India, cases are increasing a lot and rapidly growing the numbers, especially since I know and I reading the news a lot in Maharashtra, Delhi, especially North Punjab as well, and Tamil Nadu, Gujarat. A lot of regions are being involving a lot, especially this COVID crisis. People getting influenced a lot of this disease actually influencing to one person to another person. But the only advice and the thing that we can consider or we can follow, that we can sit at home, try to take all the precaution, use a mask, sanitizer, gloves, we can use it before we go out or anywhere. But that's something we need to take care of all that, because for me, even it's been 3 months and not going out anywhere, but still we're trying to covering a lot of things, on live streaming, go to webinar, social media platform, meeting a lot of students and parents every day. So we don't have a good time to talk about this COVID things, which actually implemented in India, but we're more busy doing student recruitment, talking about Algoma University, a lot of exchange program, pathway programs we have. So I think this is something makes us busy, makes us unique, because there's no point to talk about the COVID problems every single day, because it's been already 3 months and it's not going to resolve easily. But I think we need to make our day very productive, very successful, busy like others. So that's something about the things, how COVID actually working at present. But if I give you a heads up about situation currently in Canada, honestly speaking, in Ontario, it's not that cases are happening the way we can see in India. Cases are implementing a lot of increase in the numbers, especially in Maharashtra market and entire region. But in situation in Canada, especially in Ontario, not many cases are happening. Most of the cases, if I'll say overall like 50 or 60,000, so most of the 50% cases has been recovered. Even though currently from last 3 days I heard that 366 cases have happened. 366 is not that big number, even though the campus we have in Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario location, we don't have that many cases. Only 1 or 2% cases has been happening. So I think that is something positive, that is something relaxing a lot, because in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, only 5 cases has been increased right now, because I'm been connecting with a lot of people, students over there every day. But we are safe, we are totally safe. So that's why we recommend you that come in Canada, no problem at all. But the situation currently in India, it is not good at all, because the travel restriction, the 2 weeks pandemic, like to have to lock down yourself though. So that's something you need to take care of it. That's what we're going to talk about today. So I think we need to start the session quickly, and I really appreciate to all the students and viewers. If you have any, you can drop on the comment section. I will definitely return back to you. Hi, good afternoon everyone. Greetings from Algoma University. My name is Nisha Dharambal and I'm representing Algoma University as a South Asia manager. So Algoma University, I'm sure you must be half of the people heard about this university. So Algoma University, one of the public leading university, more than 20 years back, old university. We established in 1965. So if I talk about the campus location, we are located in one of the beautiful province in Canada, which is Ontario. Our main campus located in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and another campus we have Brampton, Ontario. So basically Algoma University have 3 campuses, but in the third campus, Timmins campus, we mostly recruiting domestics, Canadian students, not international students. But the main campus we have in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as well as we have a Brampton Campus location. So if I talk about Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, this campus basically located in Northern Ontario, one of the regional location in Canada. So the best fact about that, why I'm going to recommend you to study in Sault Ste. Campus location, because this is one of the fact about, because even as per my experience when I was in Canada and I visited to both the campus location, I have great experience, because as a tourist, or maybe as a sometime maybe a student, what I can recommend to students. So you need to understand the facts about the location, the cities, the province in Canada, because Canada, it's one of the third most destination abroad for international students, because that's one of the great facts, especially student from India, student from Punjab, those who have a very clear mindset and the goal that you looking for any like short-term program, part-time and jobs you required easily, and permanent residency. That's the easiest option that you're looking forward to. But yes, that's one of the fact about, because I think the Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, it's a great opportunity, especially for international students, those who are recently studying over there, those who are looking forward to go international student, those who are looking forward to go for work permit, migrate and settle down, because that's the easiest option that you can get every possible thing in a good way, in one way. Because in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, everything is so amazing, because in entire Sault Ste. location, we are the 2 institute. One is Algoma University, another we have Sault College. But Algoma University, almost like 40,000 square feet is a campus we have, where we can provide you on campus amazing accommodation facilities. We have amazing research and practical labs. That's one of the fact about it. Number 3, we are providing amazing athletes. We have a sports complex we have on campus. We have a variety of the programs in Algoma University in both the campus location, more than 100+ courses, as well as we are providing you jobs opportunities on campus. So the fact about studying in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, because we have almost like 75,000 people there, like less population, but a lot of diversity for international students, those who are looking forward to go for jobs, part-time and full-time, and the permanent residency. Because in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, that this new immigration has been implemented, a ruler pilot immigration. So you guys can go and Google it about a ruler pilot immigration, so you'll get to know the fact about this immigration helping hand for you. So once you graduate from the university, so that means you're giving you additional points, additional benefits to apply for the PR. That means after completing your study, straight away after 6 months you can apply for PR. So that means there is no hurdle, there's no challenge in that particular amount of area. So that means you can follow the easy rules over that, easy for you to meet the requirement. So St. Mary, it's one of the beautiful campus we have, surrounded by beautiful forests, mountain, three lakes, superiors, beaches. Because not as a tourist, but as a student, you need to explore each one of the fact about the entire location in St. Mary, Ontario. This campus very close to US and Canada border, hardly 20 minutes drive, very close to border city to the US, Michigan, Chicago, and New York. So that means if you have a valid pass, valid visa, you can easily touch down to US border, US country. So even I missed that when I was in St. Mary, Ontario, even though I have a visa, but I forgot to go there. But that's not a one-way opportunity, but I will definitely look forward to go again. And university itself providing you a lot of benefits in St. Mary, Ontario, because in that particular amount of area, St. Mary, everything is easily accessible. So that means you don't require the transportation every 5-10 minutes or local transportation. So if I'll give you an example, like a Walmart, medical shop, or stores over there, any restaurant, within the 5-10 minutes of walking distance, that means you don't require the transportation. That means you're saving a lot of money on your transportation. Same like in Brampton, every place if you go, you require the local transportation like metro, buses, or maybe a local taxis over there. Even though if I compare with Brampton to St. Mary is very, very affordable to live, to work, and the wages, it's quite higher as comparison to Brampton. So let's say if you're working over there as a part-time 20 hours per week, so the wages comes around minimum $15 to $16, which is starting, even though it goes up to $18 or $20. Same like if you're working in Brampton, they're starting from like $12 to $13. So that way you need to do a lot of difference or do research before you start applying, studying in Brampton or St. location. So Brampton, it's quite higher cost, but St. Mary, it's quite affordable to live over there. Even though accommodation and the food, transportation is so affordable over there. So that's again one of the fact about, because the location itself gives you a lot of positivity, a great environment, and safety is really, really important for students. Even though the local people in St. Mary, Ontario, even the campus people, they've been very friendly, they're amazing, because the community, it's very, very important for every international student. So if I'll give you a heads up about Brampton campus location, because Brampton we have launched last year or 2019, but I wanted to tell you about Brampton campus location because we are very close to Toronto and Toronto Pearson Airport, and in entire Brampton there are a lot of private and public colleges, but there is no university except Algoma University, and that's what it makes us feel proud and unique, because Brampton, it's huge, it's like maybe Punjab. So but in entire Brampton, we are the only one unique university, and that's us make proud and unique, because there's no other competition around, you know. So if you want to study in university, top university, which is very, very affordable, so I think Algoma University is the right option for you to go and study there, because we don't like demanding and restrict like other universities. So that's one of the fact about, because you need to understand the fact about studying in university and college. It's because it gives you a lot of value, additional points, and it gives you a lot of emphasis because of your graduate, your degree holder from a top university. So that's where you need to do a work on your before you start applying. So that's overall a feedback about Brampton and St. location. So I'll quickly gonna talk about the programs right now, because Algoma University have a huge list of courses at the moment, especially for undergrad and postgrad. So we do not deliver any diplomas, those who have finished 12th year grade, but we do provide you amazing degree, 3 years and 4-year bachelor's. So let's take those who have finished 12th year recently, and those who are expecting the result from arts, commerce, medical, non-medical, because we have all the program. We have a school of business economic, we have a school of life science and environment science, we have a school of computer and IT, we have engineering, as well as we have a courses in social and science. Amazing program we have, because we have more than 60 plus undergrad programs we have currently, but most of the program we have in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, and few programs we have in Brampton, Ontario location. So that's what you need to understand, that let's take, if you're very keen in agriculture program, because you know in Canada agriculture, it's very, very demanding program. So we have this program, 4 years BSc in agriculture. So we have a BBA in accounting, economics, human resource management, marketing. We have an engineering program, biology, computer science, medical program, as well as we have a law and justice, creative arts, music, psychology, geology, biology, social and development, community and social science. So we have a lot of many more courses in Algoma University. So that's one of the fact about, because students always looking forward to go and different programs to study in different university. Same like in graduate certificate, we have graduate certificate in business, human resource management. We have a computing, IT, information technology, mobile software courses. And we have a program like project management, health science, and environment science. Because recently we have launched 2 new programs, which is a graduate certificate in project management and graduate certificate in human resource management and business management. So some university and colleges, they provide you 1-year graduate certificate program, but Algoma University being very different, we're providing you a 2 years course duration. That means you can qualify for 3 years study permit if you're going forward to. So the requirement, and any background student can apply if you're from BBA, management, engineering, IT, computing. So you can right to choose these project management program, because you know the project management, it's highly demanding in Canada. It gives you a lot of value, there's no competition around, but you can get the jobs easily, especially in Ontario. Maybe if you're looking forward to work on campus, software engineer, a lot of programs we have. So that's one of the fact about, because especially Punjab market students are very keen for going forward for BBA, business management, human resource, IT, mobile software programming, coding programming. We have engineering courses, health science programs. So we have all variety of the programs we have in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as well as in Brampton. So that's a fact about the program and the campus location and talks. Now I'm going to quickly jump on the scholarship right now, because on the scholarship we have done again a lot of drastic changes. Those who are looking forward to go. So Algoma University have 3 major intakes in a year. We have a Jan, May, September 2020, and we are starting open for Jan 2021 also. So those who are students looking forward to apply in university, affordable tuition fees. So yes, Algoma University is still open for September 2020. So we have a still capacity for the seats right now. It's not a limitation on the seats, but maximum we are enrolling students for undergrad and postgrad. So that's one of the reality. So those who are students applying for September and for Jan, for undergrad, we can offer you 2,000 Canadian dollars scholarship. And for postgrad, those who are applying for 1 year or 2 year program, we can offer you $3,000 scholarship. So these are 2 scholarships we have running until end of the June. So that means you can avail these 2 scholarships. Those who are looking forward to apply for any program, that's one of the great opportunity. Same like for undergrad, because in undergrad we have a academic basis slabs and bursaries. We have those who are looking forward to go for 3 years and 4 year bachelors. So we require minimum like 60% to qualify to get the admission done. But if you have a great score, you can qualify for scholarship. So if you have a minimum 60 to 70%, you can qualify for $500 plus $2,000. So that means you can qualify for $2,500 scholarship. If you have 70 to 80%, you can qualify for $1,000 plus $2,000. That means you can qualify for $3,000 scholarship straight away on your offer letter. You don't have to apply, you don't have to go online, you don't have to fill up the form. The moment you start applying, it comes automatically on your offer letter. If you have a 80 or 90%, so you can qualify for $2,500 plus $2,000 scholarship. That means you can qualify for $4,500 scholarship straight away on your offer letter. Same like if you have a 90 and above percentage, so you can qualify for $5,000 plus $2,000. That means you can qualify for $7,000 scholarship. So you can imagine that these are the wonderful scholarships we are offering you, those who are applying right now for September and for Jan. So if you have a fees $20,000, so these scholarship give you amazing reduction on the tuition fees. That means it comes like automatically $13,000, $17,000, $16,000, or $18,000. So that means if you're meeting the requirement, these automatically comes on your offer letter. That's number one. Number two, if any student moving forward for post-grad program, because in post-grad we do not have an academic scholarship, but we are offering you additional scholarship, those who are applying for 1 year or 2 years course duration for any program. So if we have a fees $18,000 for first year, you only have to pay $15,000. That means the scholarship we are offering you $3,000. For 1 year we have $15,000 and we can offer you $3,000 scholarship. For 2 years we can offer you $6,000 scholarship. So the total fees was $36,000, but you are getting this $6,000 scholarship. So the fees for total, like for graduate certificate program for 2 years, it comes like $30,000. That means you again have to pay first year $15,000. So either you're paying one semester or total tuition fees, you are good to go. So these are the wonderful tuition fees and scholarship running, because you're studying in one of the top university, one of the public leading university, where you're paying a very, very affordable fees for first year and second year. So that means what you're supposed to pay for any private or public colleges for 1 year or 2 year diploma, you're paying the same amount of tuition fees in top university. So that means you are good to go. You can qualify, you can get this Canadian degree if you're able to meet your requirement. Same like quickly, we are offering you application waiver off, because initially we have an application like fees, we have an application cost which is $125 Canadian dollar. But those who are student applying right now for September and for Jan 2021, you do not have to pay any more application fees. It's completely waiver off. And these these application offers are going on until end of the June. So if you think that if you're qualified, if you have documents, if you really want to pursue, please get in touch with Elite IELTS Immigration Services. They will let you know how you have to submit your document, what all documents requirement, or how you can avail those wonderful scholarship and application waiver off. So you don't have to do anything, so you just keep it in mind. Applications are waiver off going on until end of the June. Same like for scholarship we have, those are applying for September and for Jan 2021. Quickly coming back on the requirement, because as I said, on a requirement we have done again a lot of drastic changes, so especially for undergrad and postgrad students. So guys, listen to this carefully, because this is very, very important, especially for requirement part, because as I said, we have done a lot of drastic changes of the requirement. So especially for undergrad students, those who are going forward for 3 years and 4 year bachelors. So if you have a 12th year like mark sheet, or if you're looking forward to expect your result, so initially we required your mathematics in your year 12 commerce or in your science background, but we have reduced our requirement. If you do not have a mathematics, you can still apply without mathematics. So let's say in 12th commerce or in 12th science you don't have a math, but some university and colleges they require mathematics, but we have reduced our requirement. So without mathematics, student can also apply, either you from arts background, commerce background, medical, non-medical, we don't care. Second thing, if you're from any boards like CBSE, ICSE, Punjab, Haryana, UP, Uttarakhand, or open board schooling, so yes, we will accept your application. So we are accepting open board students also, NIOS, they can also apply, but as I told you, we require minimum 15 above percentage to qualify these admission done. So we are entertaining open board students also. Same like if you're going forward for English requirement, because we are accepting IELTS, PT, TOEFL, we are accepting Duolingo test also, but Duolingo just a additional and temporary based requirement. It is not considered as your English proficiency, so you must have to moving forward for your IELTS, PT or anything. But if you don't have, you can still get the conditional letter. So in IELTS we required 6 overall, 6 in each. We are not entertaining any student with 5.5 or 5 band. In PT we required 60 overall, 50 in each. In TOEFL we required 79, and in Duolingo for undergrad and postgrad we required 110 score, not below than that. So these are requirements we are currently accepting. If you have, good. If you do not have, you can still apply on the basis of conditional letter. Number 4, if students do not have 12th year mark sheet who are expecting their result, but if you're looking forward to apply for 3 years and 4 year bachelor's, so we require your 10th year mark sheet, 11th year mark sheet, and your valid passport. These 3 documents to qualify to get the admission done for 3 years and 4 year bachelor's. So we require 3 documents. If you don't have any English requirement level test, you can still get the opportunity to studying in Algoma University, right? Same like for postgrad students. So if you do not have your final year mark sheet, if you do not have a degree, so if you have a first year transcript or second year transcript with valid passport, valid updated CV, valid your work experience, 10th and 12th mark sheet, so yes, you can still get the conditional offer letter. So you don't have to wait for your final mark sheet, or you don't have to do anything. You can still apply on the basis of these documents. Number 5, especially on the backlogs, because in the backlog again we have done recent changes. So initially we required minimum 10 backlogs, but we have reduced, we have done the flexibility on the your backlogs requirement. So if student having a 10 backlogs, 12 backlogs, 15 backlogs, or maybe 20, so we are pretty much good. But keep it in mind, you have all the complete mark sheet, consolidated one, or your degree you have in your hand, then we are pretty much fine to accept who you are, what kind of a background you're holding. So backlog, it's not a problem in Algoma University. Same like if you have a gap on your education, so those are students having a long gap on the education, let's take a 2 year, 3 year, 5, 10 or more than 10 plus year, we will still accept your application. But just keep it in mind, you have to justify the documentation, what exactly you have done, any experience, any diploma, certificate, whatsoever you have done. Even though you have done first year university degree, you have like mark sheet you have, but still you have to justify what exactly you have done during those time. So yes, we will accept your application. So you cannot put your application without any justification. You have to submit something or the other. So gap is not a problem. If you have a more than 10 plus year, you can still apply. Either you're single or married, it doesn't matter. Or so that's how we have a requirement. So if any student who had done 3 years diploma after 10th, we are not accepting. If you have a 10 plus 12 and 2 years or 3 years diploma, we will accept you and we can grant you the admission in postgrad, all the program, but you must have minimum 60%. Same like if you have 10 plus 12, 3 years bachelor's, or even if you have 2 years master's or 2 years postgrad diploma, you are still eligible in Algoma University for graduate certificate 1 year or 2 year program. Because initially we are not accepting or entertaining any student those who had done 2 years master or 2 years diploma from their home country, but they can still apply in Algoma University. So we are welcoming all the master's candidates, also those who are looking forward to apply for 1 year or 2 year. Make sure the subjects you have, it should not be overlapping. Let's say if you have done MBA in business, but you're looking forward to go postgrad in business. If you have done MBA in human resource management, but you wanted to go for postgrad in human resource management, so you cannot apply for the same program. It should not be overlapping, but you can still applying whatever documents you are having it right now. So these are the overall facts about, especially on the requirement. So no backlog issue, no gap issue, you're single or married, no problem. And whatever the documents you have, so you can still apply, because we have done the recent changes due to this COVID crisis. But if you think that if you're capable enough, if you have a proper documentation, justification, you can still apply in Algoma University for September 2020 and for Jan 2021. So these are the overall feedback about Algoma University. But as I said, we have come back with new program, which is graduate certificate in human resource and business management, which is 2 years program. That means you can qualify for 3 year study permit. Same like we have a graduate certificate in project management. So that means again 2 year program. We have any background student can apply for this particular program. So we don't normally require any engineer or IT management student can also apply. So yeah, that means again you can qualify for like in 3 year study permit. But again, I wanted to highlight here, especially on graduate, all the program, because in graduate, all the program, we have a different requirement. Same like in bachelor, as I said, we need minimum 60% to qualify. But if you have a more than that, you can qualify for the scholarship. So in postgrad in business, we required minimum 55%, but we required your maths in your year 12 or in your bachelor's. So if you're from arts background, commerce background, medical, non-medical, doesn't matter, but you must have minimum 55 or mathematics in your previous education. Then only you can apply for this particular program. If you don't have maths, we can offer you postgrad in human resource management, computing, IT, mobile software courses, and we can offer you project management. In these programs, we don't require mathematics, but in project management we required minimum 50%, and if you have done diploma after 12, 2 years or 3 years, we required minimum 60%. Same like for postgrad in 1 year program human resource management, we required minimum 60%, and for 2 year program postgrad in human resource management, we required minimum 55%. So same like for other program, computing and IT, mobile software courses, we required minimum 60% to qualify. Another program, we have postgrad in health science, postgrad in environmental science. In these two programs, because more into practical and related program, we don't have theory much, but we required minimum 65%. So if you're looking forward to go for postgrad in health science, either you're from pharmacy background, medical background, or health science, we can offer you this program, these two courses in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, where we required minimum in your bachelor degree 65%. So this is 1 year total program we have. That means you can qualify for 8 months study, and 4 months we offering you internship, which is offered by Algoma University. But you can avail for 1 year study permit, and you can straight up apply for the permanent residency. So this is overall a facts about Algoma University, and quickly gonna talk about the campus benefit, because this is something very important for every international student. So currently, Algoma University providing you on-campus benefit, because every student, they don't have arrangements in Canada, but university itself providing you a lot of benefits being an international students. So yes, we do providing you on-campus benefit, which is starting from $5,000 to $8,000, which is very, very affordable, especially in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So you can get this free Wi-Fi access, 1 single private room, 3 times of meal, breakfast, lunch and dinner, and free transportation, which is offered by Algoma University. So because sometimes whenever students plan to go in Canada, they always have a friend, family, uncle and aunt, and anyone. So you can easily bear your accommodation. But if you don't have any options, or you don't have any arrangements or pickup services, so what are you going to do about it? So yes, Algoma University providing you on-campus accommodation. We have an amazing athlete, gym access, yoga center. We have amazing sports like cricket, football, soccer and tennis. So on-campus accommodation for first year, like starting from $5,000 to $8,000, which is very affordable as comparison to Brampton, Toronto, Mississauga and Vancouver. So if you compare the price cost from Brampton to Susan Mary, it's very affordable. Either you're going forward for off-campus accommodation, even it's very amazing and under budget. So same time in Brampton, the cost around for 1 month, it's 2,000 Canadian dollar for your accommodation. Same like including your health insurance, your meal, transportation, it costs somewhere around 3,000 to 5,000 dollar for 1 month. But same time of Mount Algoma University providing you on-campus accommodation, which is starting from 5,000 to 8,000 dollar. This is just a per annum cost I'm talking about, and you're getting these wonderful opportunity. I mean, you don't have to really worry about the jobs and the transportation, because it's saving a lot of money on your transportation, because university itself providing you on-campus accommodation benefits. So that's why you need to do a lot of research about before you start applying and studying in Canada, because I think Algoma, it's unique. Now I'll tell you, because they have more than 3,000 plus students, those who are currently studying, 58 nationality over the 50 different countries. We have 30 professors who speaks different languages, including your professors like from India, from Nepal, Bangladesh, and local Canadian professors. So they speak different languages. It gives you a lot of value and a lot of comfort zone, because every student may not comfortable to speak what they're actually trying to help you and guide you. But yes, we have a professors from like Punjab also I have seen in Brampton Campus location. So it's give you a lot of value and a lot of comfort zone that you can easily communicate with them. Even though student having a question about that, do you have like 200 to 300 students in one class size? But no, that's not the reality, because Algoma University have a small class size where student can do one-to-one interaction. So in one class size we have 20 to 25 students where they can communicate, they can interact with professors, one-to-one interaction. We give you a lot of improvement on your academic performance. We really help you on your recommendation reference on a job application, because these are the facts that student always looking forward to, that what kind of a support you are getting being an international student. Because in Canada, reference recommendations, Canadian work experience, it's very important. If you have a network, if you have a reference, then only you can survive, then only you can manage your life easily. Same like we are providing you amazing co-op benefits. So most of the undergrad and postgrad program, we have a co-op, and these are the 100% guaranteed co-op we have. So that means you can qualify for paid Canadian work experience, and 4 months you can work 35 hours per week, and the minimum wages comes around $16 to like $20 if you want to work in Ontario anywhere. So yes, these are the guaranteed co-op we have, which is offered by Algoma University. Same like we are providing you undergrad research programming. So I'm not sure how many university and colleges providing you undergrad research programming, because this is something very important. Because if you don't have any experience, if you don't have any workshop experience or volunteer, but yes, Algoma University providing you undergrad research programming. So if you're going forward for 3 years and 4-year bachelor's, so these are the undergrad research programming, really helping you in boosting up your profile and really impacting a lot if you're looking forward to work in any multinational companies or on campus. So that means student can qualify to work on campus as a volunteer, and these are the volunteership they have, paid and unpaid one. That means you don't worry about the job, because we're providing you a lot of job possibilities on campus, like part-time and full-time, because Algoma University have a 90% employment rate. That means students, they don't have to worry about the jobs over there. So that means we have a faculty people who can really help you on how to create the resume, how to interact with interviews and group discussion. So a lot of things we have there. We are giving you a lot of support right now being an international student. So that's where you need to understand the fact about studying in college and studying in a top university. It gives you a lot of value. But as I said, if you're studying in Susan Mary, Ontario, because Susan Mary, Ontario, we have a beautiful campus, amazing experience we have for a lot of international students. Even though I recently connected with one of the students from Sangrur, Punjab, so she told me about her experience, how she's managing and balancing her life in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So she told me about really good things, and on top of it about the professor, how really helping her. But yes, that's a key factor. We have a great alumni, we have a great community. Even though in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, nearby the campus, we have a Gurdwara for our Punjabi or Indian students. So that what you need to understand, the leverage and comfort zone being an international student. So I think this is one of the fact about, because you have to do a lot of research before you start applying, studying in any university or colleges. But as I said, if you're studying in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, because you're having a lot of additional benefits for your part-time and full-time and the permanent residency, because the rule of pilot immigration has been implemented. So after completing your 3 years or 4-year bachelor's, once you start applying for your work permit, after 6 months you can apply for your PR. So that's how easy for you to work over there, because 10 regionals, a location has been captured for this rule of pilot immigration. So let's say for Nova Scotia or maybe Winnipeg and Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So if any student starting in regional location, you are getting the additional benefits to apply for the PR. So that means there's no challenge in terms of big cities like you really looking forward to. So I think this is the fact about that, how you have to progress, how you have to work. But I think Allied IELTS team will let you know and help you on your documentation and what kind of a possibility you have, and you need to submit all the document as quickly as you can, because we have a limited timeline for application waiver off and scholarship right now, because as I said. So I think this is a great opportunity to announce fact about the Algoma University inside and outside benefits. But you can get in touch with us on Instagram and Facebook anyway, and you will get to know the facts about how we are currently managing the situation in Canada and Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, as well as in Brampton. So thank you so much to everyone for having us today. But I can see there are a few questions we have. So Neha have a question about the health science courses that you are speaking about. So Neha, we have one of the program, one of the unique course we have in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, not in Brampton Campus location. So this health science program basically works for those who have from different background like pharmacy, medical or health science background. So this is the only unique program we have in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So we require minimum 65% and 6 overall 6 in each in your IELTS. So that you can qualify for 8 months study and 4 months internship. We have this overall a 1-year course duration, and currently we are accepting, because September, you know, as our biggest intake we have, where we're providing you a lot of courses right now, more than 100 plus courses. We have a lot of advantage, especially for health science program. We have a lot of benefits for on campus and off campus. So I think we're providing you health science courses. So in this particular program, we don't have a regular 5 days classes for all the program. We have 2 to 3 days maximum classes, and that means you can qualify for your part-time and full-time job, a lot of assignment that you can work, and professors really helping you. So we have a jobs opportunity as you can work as a on-campus opportunities. So I think you need to do and connect with Allied team. They will let you know the further details about it. Mukta, I have a question. Any gap acceptable for after 12th? So yes, Mukta, we are accepting students gap. So if you have a 2 or 3 years gap, but we need to know how many gaps you have on your education after 12. So if you have a 2 or 3 years gap, we will accept you, but you need to justify the documentation, what exactly you have finished or you have done. So let's take if you have a 3 years, 4 years, but you have done any experience or diploma or certificate you have, then you're pretty much good. So gap is not a problem for undergrad and postgrad student. So I think that's one of the key factor about studying Algoma University, because we've been very, very flexible right now. Shelly have a question. Is there any age limit for talking? Shelly, yes. I mean, if you're like 30, 35, that's not a problem. So age, it's not that consideration for us, but it cannot be like 50 and 60, like age of student can apply for these programs. So you can apply. There's no answer limit. Like 20, 25 or 35 age of students can also apply. Lavjot have a question here. Hello ma'am, any graduation like my graduation percentage 68 apply for project management, kindly information about. So lovely, that's amazing that you had already applied in Algoma University for project management program. So I think you have applied for 2-year program. That's the only 2-year program we have. So the total fees was $36,000, but you are getting says $6,000 scholarship. So the total fees for 2-year program is $30,000. So the first year fees is $15,000, and second year again we have $15,000. So for 2-year program, for this project management program, you already qualified for $6,000 scholarship. So the first year fees was $18,000, and you are getting this $3,000 additional scholarship. That means you're paying only $15,000. So yes, you are I congratulate to you that you can avail this wonderful opportunity to get this scholarship right now for $6,000. And project management, it's a very new program in Algoma University, because most of the college and university provide a 1-year graduate certificate program in project management, but this is one of the unique programs we have, because in this 2-year program we have a breaks in between. That means if you have a 2 weeks class or 4 months class we have, so we have a 2 weeks proper break. So in that proper break you can work full-time, and during your study you can work part-time and full-time. So that's one of the great advantage you have. So the program, it's very amazing. It's like full of mixed program. We have a business analytics, information technology, so it's like combined program. It's not only a technology intelligence programs we have. So that's one of the like very unique program we have launched a month back in Brampton and Sept location, but you can qualify for 3-year study permit. So I think you have applied one of the good program in Algoma University. So I think there's no further questions here, but I really appreciate to all the students and viewers. If you have any questions, feel free to put your question on the comment section. I will definitely return back to you as quickly as I can. But I really appreciate that if you think that is this information very informative and very fruitful for you and very affordable to go in university. So I think you just need to connect with Elite IELTS services. They will let you know in the further details, documentation. But yes, application waiver off is going on, so do not miss this opportunity. And take care, be safe, do not go out because it's still risky. I'm not going out. I make myself very busy on doing this webinar, a lot of discussion and talks about it. But again, if you have any concerns or you really want to know more about Algoma University, we will definitely come back again and let you know the further detail. In the meanwhile, take care, and we will definitely come back and have a safe day.